Hello, welcome to the channel Mickey and my craft. Today we're gonna start a series of tutorial. I'm gonna be doing a little house so you can see me how I manipulate the pieces. If you want to know what house I'm gonna be making, you can go to the introduction video for that. But first I want to talk to you about a few things. I remember I told you that I wasn't satisfied because there were mistakes on my cake shop, which many of you did like, and thank you for that. And but these mistakes can be covered. Like for example, here there was too big of a hole that I left, maybe because I cut the paper too low, and so I put some more of the vine that it has for it. Over here, there is a piece that is supposed to be inside this. So somehow I cut it wrong and there was a whole things. And also the instruction was giving me to put this first and this last, which should be the way around. I should have put this first, which is more flatter than the part on the back. And another thing is, I ran out of the Mateco paper. So what I did, I used a scrap from the paper tool that I did, that I showed you on the first video. And I cut one part that, kind of yellowy, kind of goldish. And I put it over here for the cake. So you see, and when you do these little things, try to put it in a position that will cover, your defect, or if it's bent or has too much glue on it, because these tricks to make this look like, you don't hardly have any problems. But I just want to make you understand that this doesn't have to be 100% perfect. You can make mistake. You just have to be creative on how to fix and cover those mistakes. The second thing I want to talk to you that I told you about it is how to pour this glue into this bottle. So for do that, you unscrew the top cap, and this is about 1/4 of an inch that I left, a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch, that I left. So excuse me today, but my COPD is flaring up, and when it does that, my throat gets hurt. So you cannot put the original one on here because it's gonna spill. So you open up this a little bit, so it will, and then you push, and the bottle will fill. I'm not gonna fill no more because my bottle is almost full, and I have been using it since about 2 weeks. Why? Because you have more precision and more control of your glue. So these little bottles are a heaven for craft. These are used mainly for paper quilling, but I'm using it for the mini house. Okay. The third thing before we start is testing the lights. One thing I recommend is, excuse me, is that you test the light one by one. If you test all of them at the same time, you might have to twist up here. And then when you untwist it, you risk this to come off, and then you have to peel more, and then you will have less to manipulate when you install this. So I suggested that you do it one by one, not the whole bunch. So let me show you how you do this. First of all, I have to cut a little bit because it was too short. When you cut this, you're gonna use like a slice on the side, on this the X-Acto knife, but slicing it a little bit. you know. I have to take a little bit over here more. Being careful that you don't break this. Okay, one thing that I want to clarify, there are going to be mistakes on this video. And I'm glad about it because we can think about how to fix them. So you take your first line and the white cord goes with the red one because most of these houses have the white cord. You're supposed to twist them. I forgot to turn this on. You forgot to twist them. I mean, you don't have to twist them. That's what I mean. You just have to make sure that both are together. I'm gonna turn this off. Don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna get electrocuted because there's not enough voltage for that. And so let's see if this light turns up. So the white goes with the red and the gray or other color goes with the black. Let's see if it works because I was testing one last night. You see? Whoops. I'm trying to see if we can twist it a little bit. I was just trying to get away with only touching them. And if they don't touch, either one of touch, it won't turn on. You see, it works. So when light upside up, that means that one works. So you put it aside, and then you go on and test the next one. Again, the white one goes with the red, right? You're not gonna get electrocuted by putting it like that and holding it. Some of this needs to be cut up a little bit, but I'm gonna do that when it's time to install it. Again, the white goes with the red, and the gray in this case goes with the black. All depends on the color, because sometimes it might be different. So you just have to look at the instruction. But this is the way to test them, because usually they will tell you at the back. I need to see if these ones will work. I already tested them and just demonstrated. I'm going to demonstrate with these two, and then we're going to move on. If you have any question, you just have to play with this. Where is it? Come on, Gail. You were working yesterday. All of you did work yesterday. You are very picky, huh? This is a time that you have to take a little bit of patience for it, because yeah, there is another one that works. Okay, So I just show you how to test your lights. And if you have any question, I already test all of them, so I know they already work. If you have any question, please be free to post it on the comments. Remember, the white goes with the red and the gray goes with the black. Let me take a little bit of water. Okay. So remember that I told you, right, how to, oops, sorry about that, how to organize. So I took all the C's and all the B's from the package because there is no way, oops, one fell off. That's okay. I don't need that one. Those are general. And the B ones, right? I separated them because there's no way I'm gonna be pulling in and pulling out. Plus, I marked them. It seems that when I found out that a C68 wasn't there, I decided to mark all of them to make sure that I wasn't missing anything. So, but when you put them together, I did it with Sharpie, but when you put them together, you have to make sure that this is covered, okay? And so I think this pieces C68, which are the little long legs, are missing from this kit. But I will have to invent a way to do it. So I put all the little things that goes around the props. I did all the books, and I have all the plants in here. I have closed these pillows were already made for the living room, but they're not for the living room. They are mostly for the bedroom. And here is the filling for the pillows. So I put that because I rather have, okay, I need a plant, so I have to look over here. I don't have to go through the whole package, pull another package, find the thing, then put it back. That's time consuming for me. I don't know for you guys, but that's time consuming for me. Once I did that, I then pull all the pieces for the kitchen, as you can see over here. Here is some clothes for the kitchen. These are already made. I'm gonna tell you about that right now. And here's some of the small pieces, because even though you see a whole bunch of there, some pieces are obvious. Like these, I know is for the chairs. So, and then you can spread it over here, and you only have to worry about the kitchen pieces. You don't have to go through sift through all that I just showed you. And here are the stuff for the kitchen, including the plants, the little props I call them. Okay, let's talk about this for a moment. I'm putting here the ones that I'm done. These I'm leaving them because sometimes some of the templates you can use this glue, the repositioning glue, because like in this case, this is going to be a template for some grass, so you don't need to leave these permanently, but you need to know the size to cut it, okay? And they come off easily, so because it's this, how do I know that these templates goes in here? I'm going to show you. Some of you, when you look at the templates, the first thing that you have to do when you, after you put all the pieces in different containers, it doesn't have to be these containers. You can use a Harbor Fry, whatever suits you. But once you separate the pieces, take a look at the templates. Analyze the templates. Some templates are going to be for last because they are even the floor. I'm not going to call it a sticker because they're not stickers. You have to glue them, and some of them are for being cut off. So in this case, right? This is a mistake that I made. In this case, as you can see, oh, by the way, I tore out the pages for the clause. It gave me the clause and also it gives me on the back the list of the props that I need to use. So these tell me what cloth I'm going to be using in what section. The section will tell me which cloth it is. So for the kitchen, according to this, the kitchen instructions over here. Whoops, I have it upside down. I'm sorry. The one that I'm going to be using is the D4. The D4. So, because the templates that you see over here, they belong to the kitchen. Okay? So, and also the template will tell you what cloth, paper, whatever, or fabric you're going to be using for those items. So I'm trying to maximize. I already cut, I'm going to show you. But the background, like this one, this one is for D19, right? D19 is this one, the leather brown. Excuse me, let me drink some water. So the background is going to tell you what fabric or paper you're going to use for those templates. Excuse me. And like you see over here, D12 is this one. D12 is this one over here. So this is a good, I like this kit because of that. Because this gives you an idea what templates and what section you're going to be working on. Like, I don't know yet about D19. That probably will be, I don't know, another section of the house. This might be wallpaper. But I'm working on the kitchen, which is D4. And you see that it's gray. And D4, according to this, it says lens paper white, but actually it's kind of silvery like, because there is no other paper in there that is white. You have to make sure of that. So I already cut this one. I'm going to leave it for when I have to do them, cut them. So I already did a couple of pieces. Like this one is E71, and this one I know is for the kitchen, it's for the stove, because I saw it over here. It's right here. So I cut some of them. You can cut all of them if you want to. And this C47, which I have to leave some amount, is uneven right there on the top. But that's okay. I can straighten it out later. And this is the E72, which is this. Actually, this is E73. Well, we'll see. I should have put the number on it. Oh yes, this one is the one. No, this is E71. This is the one, because I remember this, is the one that is going to go in here for the sink. The E71, that's what I put it like this. So the white part goes down and then you can see this. Okay, so that's it for that for now. So what we're gonna do is, on this first part of the video, let's start building our kitchen, okay? So it's telling me over here on the first instruction that I need C6 and C7, and for the look likes 6 6 excuse me, is the longest part. C6. And these two, even though I mark one, but these two are the same. So I'm gonna pull both because on the next one it's gonna tell me to put it on the top. So I need a 6 7, which is probably the small one part. Let's put this way here. And it's telling me the 6 8. So I saw 1 6 8. 2 6 8. 3, because I need all 5. 6 7. 6 8. So I need 2 4. I need one more. I need 2 6 7 and another 6 8. So that's it. All I have to do is put this one back. This all belongs to the kitchen. And put it over there, and I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so we got the 2 6 6. This the port that I'm making. This is the cabinet. Okay, and because you're gonna see, we're gonna have to cut 5 of this. And by the way, this is not a template. I had to make a template myself with the leftover of the templates paper that I cut off. So we're gonna do this. We got the 6 6, 2 of them, because one at the bottom and one at the top. The 2 6 7 that are here, and the 5 6 8. Okay. So let's get started. The C6, it has the mark, so it's gonna go on the inside, so I leave it on the top. Then you have 2 6 7 looking at each other, so I'm gonna put it inside. So let me pull this. You can either do either way. You can do this. Let me make sure that I'm putting it in the correct position. Yes. And you can do this. And you have to level it. And you just press a little bit hard and blow on it. Let it dry. Make sure it is at a 90-degree angle. Hold it for a few seconds, right? Now let's do the next one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I'm doing, what pieces I'm going to be using, and the process of doing it, so I don't have to talk too much. And because today my COPD is flaring in, even though I use my pump every night because I have to use it before I go to bed. I hold it for a few seconds and it stays right there. You see what I mean? Now, the next one is telling me is to put the other C6 in top of it. This one doesn't have anything written on it. So this is gonna finish to level it off. So this time I'm gonna be using, I'm gonna put in the glue on it. Good Jesus, my COPD is flaring. It's not letting me talk. It wants me to be quiet today. And you have to. These things you gotta manipulate with this part of your finger. I suggest that you have your nails are not too long. This is for people. If you like to have your nails too long, I don't know, because I have this one very long, and I ended up cutting them because I love the craft too much too. So let's see how that looks. This one can go a little bit more over here. This is going to help to level them. Okay. That's great. So we leave it a few minutes there. If you want to, while that dries, like let's go and cut this, you can do something else. Well, that we need 5, right? So we're gonna cut these 4s over here. I have to use my craft optics in here for this. Let me fix my back a little bit. Now, I'm sorry these moved. So while that dries a little bit, which doesn't take too long, still I love that and these little things, sometimes you have to use your tweezer to grab them and be able to cut them. They're supposed to be 2 millimeters by 10 millimeters, and now, So I'm gonna cut the rest of them and then we come back to put them, okay? So I finished cutting the pieces, the 5 little pieces, because they take time a little bit. This is all ready. So now we're gonna go to the next step, which is to put this in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it like that. I'm making sure that the writing is in there, because this is a cabinet, a kitchen cabinet. So I'm making sure it's supposed to be 5 in here, fit in here. Yep, they all fit, right? Measure first, because you might have done a mistake at the bottom part and it might not cover your thing. So let's start with the glue. So I'm gonna put the glue on this. Only on 3 parts of it I'm putting the glue. Press a little bit, and if you can see, there's no mess in here. That's what I like, that precision bottle, to do this. Okay, let's go to the next one. This one, I'm gonna put it on the side, the top, and side the top and side the bottom. And on the side, so it will stick to the next one. You need to clean the tip a little bit, because I left it uncovered, but at least it's not that big blob of glue that forms on the tip of the big bottle. I like this. I love this precision bottle. You can control better the glue. If you can see, I'm always using this part of the finger. I don't use the nail part, because you're gonna go crazy if you use the nail part. this is the last one, so this one is gonna go inside here. It should have been more a little M. I'm trying to manipulate because it was a little bit coming off in here. So that's what the base is so important to make it right. Okay, so now we're gonna stick the little handles to it. So what I'm gonna do is, it says to stick it on the middle. So I'm gonna use my tweezer to hold it and put the glue. And okay, so it requires to be aligned at the bottom, or kind of centralized. It's the first one. Honestly, the things that take more time is when you have these mini things, these mini templates, whether you have to create them or done, and then you have to cut them. That's what I think. Oops, fell on me. That's what I think it takes the most time. Let me take it to the this takes me more time than actually making the cabinet with the pieces. So if you have a house that have the same piece all over around, do them first. Try to get ahead before you start making the pieces, like I did with the books, and like it was done with the pillows. I did the pillows for the sofa, and I did the pillows for the bed. So and if this gets a little glue on it, as you can see, I hardly have been using this. You just use like baby wipe. I buy them at the dollar because they're good also to clean your drills after you pass the roll and after you finish the whole DP or by sections, you pass the roll and you use a little bit of a piece of baby wipe and clean them up so you can clean the excess of wax on it. We're gonna do this video in a series. I don't want to make it too long. So I'm gonna do a second part on this because this is I'm trying to be as slow as I can so you guys can see that this is not that hard. It's just a matter of organizing yourself. We just made a kitchen cabinet. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like. If you didn't like, that's fine. If you hit the thumbs down, that doesn't bother me, okay? So have a wonderful day, and remember, love and peace for all of you. ¿Qué te pasa, papá? ¿No te gusta el hueso? Métele mano.
No quiero poner enlace para pasar, pero
¿Qué fue, papá? Ya parece que no lo coges de bobo como antes. Ay, como quien dice, de allá la sangana. Que no lo agaje porque se puede cortar.
eso lo estoy jalando.
Play with the ball. ¿Qué fue? No.